Hey guys, so this video is going to be about my recent bottom surgery. Um, just to recap, if you haven't seen my last video, I just wanted to point this out. A lot of people in the transgender community suffer with depression because of it could be dysphoria from their body that they don't connect with. Whether it be like breasts, vagina, penis, stuff like that, or even their body curves. Anything can really like give you dysphoria depending on what bothers you and what you're connected with or not. And I just want to say that, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and, just reach out to people that that love you, and we have a lot to give to this world, especially to the trans youth. They look up to us, and we want to make them feel that it does get better. So I just want to point that out. So okay, this video is about my bottom surgery. So just to start, there's two types of surgeries. You can modify it if you want, but just to be simple here, there's metoidioplasty and there's phalloplasty. So phalloplasty is when you take skin from a donor site, whether it be your thigh, your back right here, or your forearm. And excuse me, sorry. And then with that donor site, they make your phallus. Excuse me again. And yeah, so that's phalloplasty. And that is when you can have a bulge, it's visible, and also you get scrotoplasty, which is the balls, right? So the balls in the penis. And it's like a cis man penis. So cis means someone who was, cis is someone who was born their gender and they relate to their gender. So like, I'm not a cis man because I was born a woman, but I did not connect with my body. I'm a trans man. So yeah, my wife is a cis woman because she was born a woman and she's cool with that. So yeah, but my wife is definitely queer, Anyway, so in regards to the complications that I know with phalloplasty, your donor site can get infected, depending how much you clean it and how much you keep it dry and everything. Which also thigh, back, forearm. It's a huge graft. It's usually like indents. And then as the time goes by, the scar gets better. Most of the time, trans guys, they get a tattoo to cover it, and they're super cool always. But the reason why I did not choose phalloplasty was because my goal was to just at least stand and pee. I did not feel I needed phallo because that wasn't something that bothered me. And also I didn't like that I would have a huge scar there for the rest of my life. I just couldn't. I know 100% I wouldn't be able to live with that big like dent. And also there has been a lot of cases where your phallus, your penis, doesn't have sensation, and at some point you have to get a rod inserted in your penis to get an erection to help it go up, and then you deflate it on your testicle to go back down. And I just didn't sit right with me. In my opinion, no offense to anyone else, this is just my journey. In my opinion, I think that surgery has come a long way, and I'm happy that it's helped a lot of my trans guys live their full life. And but I still think science is still like fixing those little things. Okay, so to end with that, so I'm done with phalloplasty. The surgery I got was metoidioplasty. So metoidioplasty is when so when you're on testosterone, your genitals change. So For example, the first thing that changes is, sorry, TMI, but in order to teach you, or just in case people don't know, I have to say like genital parts. So if it makes you uncomfortable, sorry. Or, you know, if it's a trigger, I'm sorry. You know, just shut it off or whatever. But, okay, when you're on testosterone, the first thing that happens is that your clitoris grows. And it starts looking like, the head of it starts looking like a little penis. And then your labia majora, which is the big one on the bottom, right? Because you have the skinny one on top, little on the bottom. It kind of like loses its cushion, right? And it kind of like flattens. And you have like more erotic sensation there. A lot of guys call it like their little penis, you know, their little man or whatever. Because it really does not look like, you know, female genital, right? And your period stops, so you don't get it at all. And so with that being said, metoidioplasty is just, what they do is that they use what you have grown with testosterone, and they, whatever you have grown, they work with that. So they don't need a graft. They don't need, some doctors need grafts. Some take it from the inside of your cheek, or like inside your vaginal wall, I think it is, for just like the bottom. But if you have enough skin down there to like make a phallus or a urethral lengthening to make it longer, there's no scars really in metoidioplasty. Well, there is, but I'll get there. So I chose metoidioplasty because no scars. So I had full meta, which is urethral lengthening, scrotoplasty, vaginectomy, hysterectomy. So first I got a hysterectomy because I already have my babies frozen embryos. I have 2 boys and 1 girl. Whenever we want a family, we can start there. What was I saying? I forgot my thought. I'm not really good at this sometimes. So, damn. Oh, so what I was saying, what I got. Okay, so I got full meta. So I got scrotoplasty, urethral lengthening, hysterectomy, and vaginectomy. So the first thing I did was hysterectomy. And they did it, it's not a big scar. I can't remember the word right now. But they just did like 2 little incisions here, and then they took out my belly button. So I can show you guys. Don't mind my. So there's 1, 2, and then 3, and then they took it out of my belly button. So my belly button had like a little rope. It was a stitch, but it was like a little rope, and it came out. And with time, it fell, like almost like an umbilical cord, almost. So okay, and then I had a vaginectomy. So the vaginectomy, so they had taken out, before I get there, I kept my ovaries. Depending on how dysphoric you are, some men have a lot of dysphoria with anything that is female. So I didn't have a problem with my ovaries. I chose to keep them because they are good for your skin, your bones, especially when you get older, your hair. So I kept it. So the only thing I removed was my fallopian tubes, my cervix, my vagina, and yeah. So after they removed all that, they stitch it up right down the middle, from like literally like your butthole all the way up to your new penis, right? And after that, and then they do urethral lengthening. So the 2 little lips on top, they close it, they wrap it, and then I think they, and then it like, I forgot how they, but they made it longer. Longer than what I grew on testosterone. And then scrotoplasty, what they do is they make 2 incisions on top of your, like where your pubic hair starts, and then it's your genitals. So they make right where your genitals are, like right next to your penis, they make 2 incisions, and they're like pockets, and they put silicone balls in each one. And then with time, the silicones will eventually expand, almost like they will expand, and then they will become like one sac, right? So I got a bifid scrotum, which means they meet in the middle, right? So it's a line in the middle. That can take a really long time depending on your body. Right now I just have one ball this over here and one ball over here. They still haven't been united. I'm so sorry, I drank soda. So I'm only, next week I'll be 2 months post-op. So I'm still kind of like, I like the way my phallus looks. I'm just waiting on my balls to unite, meet. And that's it. So with metoidioplasty and urethral lengthening, I am able to stand and pee at a urinal anywhere. The only thing that I can't do is penetrate my partner, and I will never have a bulge. I might have a bulge with my balls, depending on how big they get, but most likely not. That was not something that I was really concerned about. So, yeah. So because my balls haven't been united, it's been causing me a lot of dysphoria, and it requires a lot of patience, being transgender in general and this surgery especially. It gives me a dysphoria because there's still like a slit in the middle, so like where the stitches are. So when I stand up, to me it doesn't look like I have balls. So it just looks like I didn't have any surgery. But it comes with patience, and if not, I can always have a revision so that they can fix my balls. So it's just tough. And then another thing that's been bothering me was that whenever I use the bathroom and I'm done, I'm not voiding all the way. So, but that also goes away with time, because think about it, your urethra has been redirected somewhere else to go out somewhere else. So it just takes time for the body to like build that muscle to push everything out, and yeah. So that's the only problems that I have now. So yeah. When I had the metoidioplasty, they had two tubes, one that went in my stomach right here, like in this part, and one that was in my penis. So the first 2 weeks, they take out the one in your penis, the catheter. By the way, that hurts like a bitch, okay? But you can't pee yet. You have to wait 3 weeks. So you still have like the catheter with some men have like the bag where the pee goes. I just had the catheter and they capped it. So whenever I had to pee, when I first woke up from surgery, I would just unplug it and then just put the tube in the toilet, and that's it, and then plug it right back. So my 3rd week was my trial to stand and pee on my own. So if I couldn't void properly, or if it burns or anything, then they would have to put that catheter back, because then I would need more time to heal, for the new tunnel to heal. But I didn't, thank God, and I was able to void beautifully, and it was probably like one of the best moments of my life. My wife was there. She was like, yay, she recorded it. Mind you, I'm like ass naked. And I was also happy when I had woken up from the day of surgery and I used the tube, because it was kind of like my first, like it was almost like a foreshadowing that I was gonna be able to stand up one day and pee. So I loved standing up and pee and putting the tube. It just made my day. So yeah, I'm still learning how to go out in public and not pee on myself. That's become a challenge. So the other day I tried with sweatpants, peed all over myself. I just didn't take it out enough, because clothes are thick, so I have to like hold my clothes a certain way, like hold it and then hold it like this, so I don't pee myself. And especially when the drip, when I'm done and those little drips So I've been practicing a lot at home, practicing the shower and toilet. Guys, I have cleaned the bathroom floor so much, it's crazy. The toilet has, I've also cleaned the toilet so many times because piss just goes everywhere in the beginning. Now I'm good. Now I have like direction. I found the little like, you know, trial and error. But yeah, I had metoidioplasty. I love that I got this surgery. Just had a little dysphoria because of my balls, but I'm happy that that could be fixed. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. That's it. I don't think I'm missing anything. My metoidioplasty. No, that's it. So, yeah, this recovery was hard in the beginning. A lot of blood, a lot of like burning sensation. It was really hard to poop. I was like pooping, like, you know, when you sit on the toilet like this. Well, I was like sitting like this. I was sitting like this to poop. So it wouldn't like, I was really scared it would infect my incisions. So that was an adventure. But it actually, I liked it because I didn't have to wipe that much because, I don't know, I guess the angle I was in, it was like better. But it hurts your back. So yeah. What else I can say happened? Most of the time at home, I sat on doggy pads. I just laid there naked most of the time. And sometimes I would bleed. I would have like blood spots on the pad, or I would have like BP spots on the pad after when I was able to pee. You cannot sit upright. So I was on like a cushion that's like for like hemorrhoids, but I used it for my surgery. So it's supposed to like keep any pressure from your vaginectomy or your balls. So that hole, that's where I put it. And I was able to sit upright and everything. Without that, I could not sit at all. Also the first couple weeks, I could only walk 200 steps a day. I had a cane. I had to walk like a cowboy, like literally literally like this. Like if I had like something like swinging, right? That's how you had to walk. That was an adventure. I would get tired extremely fast. Like the site would get sore. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, there are scars with metoidioplasty if you get a lift. So where your pubic hair starts, some guys, they, so that the anatomy can be like closer to a cis man, like in a higher position, they cut you and they pull your skin up, and then you have like a almost like a C-section incision, like bikini line, and that. But that's basically it. I chose not to do that. I like where my anatomy is. I'm comfortable. I just wanted a penis to be able to stand and have some balls. That's it. Yeah. So it has been quite an adventure. So yeah. This one was super long, sorry, but it's about my bottom surgery, and I just think it's important that people know the difference between phallo and metoidioplasty. So yeah. Thank you guys for listening. I shall post another video when I have other exciting news. So thank you guys. Oh, and before I am done, so if you heard my last video, I wasn't working all last year due to my mental illness, and I got a job, and I got an interview and I got a job, and I'm super excited. I never thought I could work again, so it's a part-time, but I am so happy to have a job. So yeah, thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you another time.